Chandra by the pure devotees. So this is the attracting force. So this is on our pilgrimage here through Bhajamandal. This is the main principle we want. That's why we invited you also, that our hearts may also slowly get attracted to the sweetness of Vrindavan. Thank you so much.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Vaisali Wali ki jai, Jai Jai Sri Radha Jai Jai Sri Radha Jai Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Jai Jai Sri Jai Gaur Srila Brahmanande Hari Hari Shishtam Manamavi Ishachikutam Patra Swarupam Rupam Tasrakajamuri Purim Maturim Kushvatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Ahoradika Madhvasam Rapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Sri Guru Tannatos Guravi Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Etadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Anandalilamaya Vigrahaya Himabhadyavyacchavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahapremadasapradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Bhaktivinoda First of all, I offer my Sastang Dandavat Puspanjali, my heart like flowers thousands and thousands of times at the lotus feet of my holy master, my supremely worshipable spiritual Gurudev, Asmadev Paramaradatam Guru Pada Padma, Nittilila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Ashtotara Satasri, Rupanugacharya Varyan, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Secondly, I offer my pranam thousands of times at the lotus feet of my Param Gurudev, to Srila Prabhupada, and to all of our Sri Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Parampara. And finally, I offer my pranam to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Panchakalpaturvasa, Pas and Pudinam Bhavan and Vaishnavas. Sadhu Sangha is essential. Perhaps you know that Dhruv Maharaj, he was completely absorbed in remembering his Diksha mantra. He gave up eating, sleeping, even breathing. He became completely in avesh. Take the mantra given by his Gurudev Narada. And after some time, he saw Supreme Lord Narayana in the core of his heart. So beautiful, so attractive, smiling, glancing at him very mercifully, with all his opulence. But then that vision, that spurti disappeared. And it was such a shock to him that he could not hold his trance anymore, and he opened his eyes. And when he opened his eyes, he saw that Lord Narayan was standing in front of him. So mantra and Bhagavan, they are not two things. Mantra is directly the Supreme Lord. When he saw the Supreme Lord in front of him, he bowed down. He wanted to offer prayers, but he was only 5 years old, so he didn't know he prays. Then Supreme Lord touched him with his concha. And then when he touched him, at once, spontaneously, beautiful prayers began to flow from his heart. Because this conch shell is what? It is the pratik, the representative of Shabda Brahma. He was touched, he was blessed by Shabda Brahma, and now the katha began to flow automatically. He said, Bhaktim moho prabhavatam tvaime prasango bhuyadananta mahatam amalashayanam yetan anjasulvanam urubhyasanam bhavabhim nesye bhavadguna kathamritapan mataha. What did he pray for? He said, oh my Lord, you are Ananta, you are unlimited. I am praying to you for this benediction, that you will give me the association of your pure devotees, Bhaktim Moho Prabhavatam, in whose heart the current of bhakti is always flowing. Without bhakti, our mind is stiff. And there's inertia there. No inspiration. And when Shuddha Bhakti appears, then so many transcendental service moods are flowing like a river. So Bhaktim Moho Prabhavatam Tvaime Prasango Bhuyadananta Mahatam Amalashayanam. I want to associate with those sadhus who are Amalashai. Their ashai, the inner region of their heart, is completely immaculate. So you're always playing there. What will be the benefit of hearing Harikatha from them? Yainanja Sulbanam Urubhasanam Bhavabdim. I am a resident of this material world. And in this material world, there are many miseries, so many sufferings, many difficulties. They assail us again and again. If you think, oh, when I solve this problem, then everything will be okay. However, that problem is just like a wave in the ocean. How many waves are coming from the ocean? Behind that wave, there's another one, and there's another one. And it's endless. But Dhruva Maharaj is saying, if I can just have the association of your pure devotees who are absorbed in your pastimes, then I will be able to hear Harikatha. And if I will hear Harikatha, then drinking this transcendental nectar of Harikatha, Pandamata, I will become completely intoxicated. And if I am intoxicated, then I won't care about the suffering of material existence at all. You know, if a person is completely drunk, they have no money, they have no home, they have no clothing, they're lying on the street, in the gutter, and thinking, everything is wonderful. Because they're intoxicated. So in the same way, Dhruva Maharaj, he's saying, Nesya means Grahisyami. Oh Maya, you send Uru Vyasanam, very hard, very difficult suffering situations. But Grahisyami, oh Maya, I accept all the suffering. Tada ayatu. Oh, let the sufferings come. Come on. Drakshami. I will see what these sufferings can do. Kim me kartum saknuyad iti bhavaha. This is the mood of Dhruva Maharaj. He's raising his hands in the air and saying, oh, yes, come on, Maya. Punish me, make me suffer. I don't care. Let's see what you can do, because if I have sadhu sangha and I'm listening to Harikatha, I will be so intoxicated. It will not be important at all. So Harikatha is very, very powerful. We are not saying if you will Harikatha, you will not suffer. Anyway, problems will come. Tattayenu pam susamikshamano bundana eva kritam vipakam. But we will see them as Krishna's mercy. And they will be very, very insignificant in comparison to the supreme nectar of Sri Krishna's glories. By hearing Harikatha, then Nasta Praeshu, Abhadreshu, all inauspicious things are destroyed in the heart. Here, Abhadreshu, inauspicious things means Namaparad. If we become free from Namaparad, then the Niraparad Nam Lale by Premadhan, very easily Krishna Prem comes. One becomes beyond all dualities of this world and receives a very beautiful Swarup, Siddha spiritual body, which is beyond all suffering. It is Ashoka Moha Bhayapaha, beyond lamentation, beyond illusion, beyond fear, eternal nectar. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, he has said, Nama Sankirtanam Proktam Krishnasya Prema Sampadi Balistam Sadanam Srastam Paramakasha Mantravat. Harinam Sankirtan, the chanting of the holy names. This is the Krishnasya Prema Sampadi. This is the best method to attain love for Krishna. Balistam Sadanam Srastam. It is balista, it is the strongest. It is the sadhana srestha, the best of all practices. Paramakasha Mantravat. It is like an Akarsha mantra. If someone will study Atharva Veda, or if they'll study Tantra in Assam, they can learn some tricks. How to chant a mantra in such a way that someone will come under your control, and then by force it will slowly bring them and they will come to you. So in the same way, Harinam Sankirtan, Paramakasha Mantravat is like that tantric method by which Krishna becomes bewildered and he'll come. He'll come to you. You wonder, I was going here, there, now I arrived here, what happened? What? By the power of Harinam Sankirtan. There are different types of kirtan. Nam Kirtan, Rup Kirtan, Gun Kirtan, Leela Kirtan. But of all, Nam Sankirtan is best. Our Saptam Goswami, Sachinananda Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakurا, has composed so many beautiful Nam Kirtan. Have you heard? Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Gopi Chandra Vallabha, Jai Giridharadhari, Yashomati Nandana Brajabaranagana Gokula. Oh, these are so full of rasa. Perhaps you know Vibhavari-sesa. Are you singing every morning?
Yeah.
Vibhavari-sesa, Aloka Provesha, Nidrachaji Uto Jiva, Bolo Hari Hari, Mukunda Murari, Rama Krishna Hari. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has composed these kirtans. We cannot say actually he has composed. It seems like that, but they have appeared in his samadhi. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihitena laya prasya purusham purnam mayam chattara pasrayam. Just like Srila Vyasadeva, on the order of Narad Rishi, he went into samadhi, into trance. And all Srimad Bhagavatam manifested in his heart. So in the same way, all the words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all of his songs, all of his books, like Jaiva Dharma, all his songs, Kalyana Kalpatru, Gitamala, Sharanagati, they are all like a Siddha mantras, invested with the power, transcendental power, and they have manifested in his samadhi. If those persons, they'll be in the Anugatya, under the guidance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in this Vinod Dhara, the current of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then they can realize what power and what transcendental nectar is there in these kirtans. So, that's it. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has sung Vibhavari-sesa, Aloka Provesha, Nidra Chadi Utajiva. Vibhavari-sesa means now the night. Does anyone know how to do this? Now night has ended. Now the night is ending. What is that night? Yani Shasa Bhutanam Tasam Jagati Samyami. What is night time for all living entities is daytime for the Vaishnava. And what is daytime for the Vaishnava is night time for the living entities. That means that the living entities, they are running around here and there doing so many karmas. They think they are awake. But the Vaishnava thinks, oh, they are sleeping. Jeev jago, oh, wake up. Why are you doing this karma? Your Atma is asleep. And only Maya is going on. Prakriti kriyamanani gunae karmani. Gunas are flowing and Atma is sleeping. And the Vaishnava is sitting and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And the worldly person is, what is he doing? He's sleeping. But he's awake. By Swarup in his spiritual form, serving the eternal lotus feet of Radha and Krishna in Nitya Nikunja of Vrindavan. So the end of night means, not only that you have woke up in the morning and you are singing Mangalatik, but it means now we have come on this path of bhakti, then the night time of millions of lifetimes being in the darkness of this material world is coming to an end, and our soul is waking up. Tamaso ma jyotir gamaya. Go out of the darkness and into the light. That light means Radha Dasyam, the eternal service of lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is Kamala Manjari. Varna Talit Basataravali, Kamala Manjari Nam, Sarikara Varsha Vayasa Satada, Swarnam Sukha Dadam. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, my complexion is like lightning. My cloth is dark blue with twinkling stars. My name is Kamala Manjari. I am 12.5 years old and I am serving Srimati Radhika in Swananda Sukha Kunj under the guidance of Rupa Manjari. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And in that mood he is singing Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva. In this mood. Like my Gurudev, he used to say that when I'm putting on tilak, Om Keshavaya Namah, Om Narayana Namah, Om Madhavaya Namah, I am saying the names of Krishna, but remembering Srimati Radhika. Why? Because everything we do, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, everything has to be done with Sambandha Gyan. Sambandha Gyan. What is our relationship with Sri Krishna? So those who are dasis of Radhika, they glorify the name of Krishna to give happiness to Radhika. For this reason. Om Keshavaya Keshava means Keshan Vayati, Keshan Vayate iti Keshava. That Krishna who after their loving pastimes together, is decorating the hair of Srimati Radhika with flowers. His name is Srimati. So, Bolo Hari Hari. Oh, sing Hari Hari. Krishna's name is Hari, but with Sambandha Gyan. When there is a Sambandha Gyan, then whatever emotion Radhika is feeling, then this emotion comes to you. Sprishati yadi mukundo radhika tat sakinam bhavati vapusikam pasure sweda romancha baspam adaramudarmudasyascha pibapyesa yatnat bhavati bhatatadasam matata chitrametat. How wonderful it is. Sprishati yadi mukundo. If Mukunda Krishna will touch Radhika, then at that time her Sakhi's heads are standing on end. Tears are coming from their eyes. Their bodies are trembling. And if Sri Krishna will taste the Adaramrita, the nectar of Radhika's lips, then the manjaris, the maidservants of Radhika, they all become mad. So whatever Radhika is feeling, then this is the coming, reflecting in the heart of their maidservants. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is glorifying Krishna to give happiness to Radhika, and then this bhav, Radhika's bhavs are coming in him. So this is Kirtan with Sambandha Gyan. Then it's actually called Sankirtan. What does Sankirtan mean? Kirtan with Sambandha Gyan is Sankirtan. If one is covered in anartha, an aparad, and has no sadhu sangha, and no Sambandha Gyan, these four things, then it can be called Sankirtan. Sam means Samyak Rupain, complete. Kirtan is only complete when it is free from anartha, worldly desires, free from aparad, the dark clouds covering the glory of Nam Prabhu, in sadhu sangha, and with a deep Sambandha Gyan, deep relationship with Radha and Krishna. So Bolo Hari Hari. Hari means Harati, he who steals. What does he steal? Braja Gopis are in their homes, and Sri Krishna plays his flute and he steals their patience. They cannot wait to meet with him. He steals their satitva, their chastity. He steals their laja, their shame and shyness. He steals their fear of their gurujan, everything. And they run to meet with him. So he steals them from their mother-in-law. He steals them from their husbands. He steals them from their homes. But then when they come to meet with him, then Radhika is very contrary. Vikshaiva kanta paranam parivritta yantim. When she sees Krishna, she tells Lalita, I'm leaving, and turns around to leave. Then Lalita will catch her by, any manjari will catch her by the anchal and start to drag her towards Krishna. Samprapya tadana shudam rishita bhavami. When will I receive the nectar of Radhika's abuse and chastisement? Let go of me. I'm not Kalankini, a woman with a bad reputation like you. When will that nectar go in my ears? Srila Vishwanath Thakur has prayed in this way. So Radhika becomes very contrary. But Sri Krishna, by his sweet words, then he can change the contrary mood of Radhika. She has man, sulkiness. She has abhahita-bhav, hiding her emotions. But Krishna can take away all this contrariness. Bolo Hari Hari. Mukunda is Mukunda. He can free Radhika from all these difficulties. Mukunda Murari. Murari, you know what Murari means? There was a demon named Murari. And he had a benediction from Lord Shiva. If you'll touch anyone, then they will be burned to ashes. But Lord Narayan tricked him. Lord Narayan came in front of him. He said, I'll fight with you. Lord Narayan says, no, you don't want to fight with me. You're afraid. So I'm not afraid to fight with you. Yes, you are. Your heart is trembling. He said, my heart is not trembling. Lord Narayan said, just put your hand on your heart and see how your heart is trembling. And then he touched his heart and he was incinerated. It means that the Supreme Lord can speak in such a way that whatever you were thinking, you'll forget everything. In a very charming way. So Krishna is Murari. If Radhika is in a contrary mood, he can speak so sweetly. that she forgets everything. And then Krishna is under the control of Radhika's love, Radhika is under the control of Krishna's love. This is called Praspara Vasibhava Atishaya. In the state in the stage of praying, then Krishna controls his devotee and the devotee controls Krishna. Aham bhakta paradino yashvatanta ivadhiya. In all the rasas, except for Madhurya Rasa, in Madhurya Rasa, Krishna comes under the control of the devotee, but the devotee does not come under the control of Krishna in Madhurya Rasa. Because in Madhurya Rasa, there is so much opposition, so much vamyata, contrariness, which is very attractive and charming to see Krishna. But when Prem, Sneha, Man, Pranaya, and Anuraga comes, then at that time, then he's Hari. He takes away that contrariness, and there is Praspara Vasibhava Atishaya. That means there is a great increase in the rasa. When Krishna sees, oh, I am uncontrolled by your love, and Radhika sees, I am controlled by your love. So Hari, Hari, Mukunda. Not getting very far with this son. I will complete it in 1 hour. Hari, Hari, Mukunda, Murari. How sweetly he speaks. Priyangste ham tomapi chamama prayasiti pravadas tom te prana aham iti tavasmiti hanta pralapaha tom me te syam aham iti chaya tatsta no sadhu radhe vyavaharo no nahi sumuchitao yusmadasmat prayogaha. Sri Krishna said, "Oh Radhika, if I say that you are my sweetheart and I am your sweetheart, then this is just pravada, a conventional way of speaking. And if I will say, no, oh Radhika, you're my pran, and I am your pran, then this is just idle talk. Oh Radhika, if I will say, I am yours and you are mine, then this is also not proper. Why? Because in relation to us, to use these pronouns, I and you, is quite inappropriate. Krishna speaks in such a sweet and charming way. So his name is Murari. Hari Hari. And he's taking away all the contrary mood of Srimati Radhika, and they are spending their beautiful pastimes at night in the Nikunja Vrindavan. We are here in one beautiful Nikunja on the bank of Jamuna. But in the morning, then Vibhavari-sesa Aloka Pravesha, the sun is about to rise, and Radha Krishna will have to rise up from there. Shaya, Pushpa Shaya, bed of flower petals. So this is very, very heartbreaking moment, bittersweet. They are together, but Bhavi Viraha, they feel so much separation because just now they'll have to return to their homes. Mukunda Murari, Rama, Krishna, Hayagri. Ram means Radha Raman, the lover of Srimati Radhika. Krishna means Karshati, he attracts. No, he is attracted. Everyone thinks Krishna means he is attractive. No, we'll think he is attracted. He is attracted to Radhika. So Rama, Krishna, Hayagriva. Hayagriva is the incarnation of Supreme Lord. Once there were two demons, Madhu and Kaitava, and at the beginning of the creation, they stole the Vedas from Lord Brahma and immersed them in the water of the Pralaya. So at that time, Supreme Lord retrieved the Vedic knowledge in the incarnation of Hayagriva. So one may say, oh, if Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakurا is absorbed in Brajarasa, why does he keep saying these names like Hayagriva and Murari? And that is also Braja. But Nishinga and Vamana, these are other incarnations. Why? Because this is the nature of prem. This is the nature of love. Prema dvayo rasikayor aidipa eva ridvesha bhashayati nischala eva bhati dwaradayam Badanam astu bahiskritastit nirvati shiga matavala upaiti. Radharani herself said, when there is real love between two persons, then this love is like the flame of a lamp which is shining in the cottage of the heart. And that light shines out through the windows of the eyes. Very beautiful. But it is not expressed. If it will be expressed in words, it will become cheapened, because it is inexpressible in words. So just as if you take the lamp out of the cottage outside, then the wind may blow, it may be extinguished, or it will be minimized. So the emotions of love, they are not expressed directly. They are kept in the heart, and if something is expressed, it will be said in an indirect way or in the opposite way. Prema nadiya ki sada ota bahida, kaun pawe jakopa. Prema nadiya ki sada ota bahida. The river of love, it flows in the opposite direction. No, rivers always come from up to down, but the river of love starts down. Trina, the peace, unichena. More humble than a blade of grass, then flows up. Everything is backwards there. Oh, Dhruva Maharaj also said, Yasmin Viruddha Gatyo Yanisham Patanti. The Supreme Lord, He is the abode of Viruddha Dharma Ashraya. All the contradictions are in Him. So all contradictions, they come in prema. So the love is not directly expressed, but the other way. Abidda Britti Gamya Twe Rasa Vasa Apatahi. Srila Vishwanath Thakur said, if the gopis will speak to Krishna in Abidda Britti, that means using words with the direct dictionary definition, then Rasa Vasa Dosha will come. It will be against the rasa. So they always speak opposite in a roundabout way, Vyanjan Britti, through suggestions. So Hayagriva means, oh Krishna, you have all qualities. Gargacharya said, Tasman mandat nandat pado yamte narayano samo gunai. Gargacharya told Nanda Baba, oh, your son has all qualities like Narayan. So gopis tell Krishna, oh, we think you must have, if you have all qualities like Narayan, then you have qualities like Hayagriva. How is it possible I have qualities like Hayagriva? Hayagriva saved all the Vedic knowledge. When we came to meet with you for the Rasa Lila, then you told us, Yad patya patya suridamano brittiranga strinam swadam damati tvayitam astvaima meta upadeshat pade tvayishi presto bhavam stanubhritankila bandhu atman. Krishna told the gopis, you should go home and serve your husbands. This is your dharma. This is Tridharma, the dharma of a woman. And by this, you can attain your perfection. So don't be here, you should return to your homes and serve your husbands. So gopis are joking with Krishna. Hayagriva, you are Hayagriva, teaching us the Vedic knowledge. And now the morning is come, then we will follow your instructions to return to our homes. Okay? Because now night is over and they will return to their homes. But one thing here, gopis don't care for any dharma. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam shanam braja chaktva sujustajam cha arya pacham cha hitva bejo mukunda padavim sutibevim mrigyam patisutan vaya bratri bandhavam ativilangate atutagata. Again and again, it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, gopis have transgressed all dharma, they have rejected, they have given up all their family members, given up all lokalaja, all madhyada, everything. So why are they returning to their homes and trying to hide their love for Krishna from the world? You know, they're very careful in the morning that they'll return in a hidden way, and no one will ever know that secretly they met with Krishna. If they've rejected all dharma and they don't care for these things, then why are they carefully hiding everything? Everything gopis do, anukulyena Krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttama, is for Krishna's happiness. Because if there will be a public scandal, then this will bring ill fame on Sri Krishna. So though they don't care, but so that Sri Krishna, no ill fame will come to Krishna, they very carefully hide everything. So Rama, Krishna, Hayagriva, Nrsimha, Vamana, Sri Madhusudana, when Radha Krishna get up from their Pushpashaya and then they go out from the Kunj, and then they come into the Angna, into the courtyard of the Kunj, Kunjaviti. Then at that time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakurا and others who are dasis of Radhika, they quickly run inside the Kunj. Why? They will collect all the prasadi garlands. They'll collect so many necklaces of jewels and pearls were broken and scattered here and there. They'll collect prasadi tambu, prasadi kasturi kumkum, everything is there. They'll collect, they'll restring the garlands to give again to Radhika and Krishna. So at that time, when they go inside the Kunj and they're looking around on the floor for the missing pearls, then the parrots in the Kunj are singing to each other. So you know it's the nature of parrots. Parrots just repeat whatever they heard. So one of the parrots says, "Oh, why are you hurting me? I am not the king of the demons. I am not Hiranyakashipu." And when they're finding the pearls and they're hearing, the parrots say, "I am not Hiranyakashipu, why are you hurting me?" Then they relish so many bhavs. They have the spurti of Radha Krishna's Leela. Whatever they have not seen. Then by looking at all the udipana, all this stimulation, the broken garlands, broken necklaces, the drops of kasturi and kumkum here and there, from this, it causes this spurti of Radha Krishna's pastimes. How these things have come there. Lokottara padathanam prabhava kopyana agala ratim tad vishayam chaso basate Turnam ekada. This is the nature of the lokottara padartha, those substances which are aprakrita, supernatural, beyond this world. They have anargala prabhav. That means they have an influence which is unblocked. Agala means a bolt on a door. If you keep a bull in the cowshed and you put the bolt on the door, then he's limited. But if you take the bolt off, then he can wander as far as he likes. So in the same way, the prabhav of the lokottara padartha, of transcendental substances, like the flowers offered to Thakurji, the charnamrita of Thakurji, Mahaprasadam, Vaishnavas, Harinam, these all lokottara padartha, transcendental substances, they have unlimited power. And what is that power? Ratim tad vishayam chaso. They manifest immediately and simultaneously love and the object of love in the heart. So as they're doing this seva, then they have the spurtis of Radha Krishna's Leela in the heart. And hearing these words of the parrots, I am not Hiranyakashipu, don't hurt me. Then they think, oh, Krishna, Nrsimha Vamana Sri Madhusudana Brajendana Shama. Vamana? Wait, this sounds like a Aishwarya Leela to me. Why is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur singing Vamana in the morning time? Because nothing is expressed directly, everything indirectly, by Vyanjan Vritti. Do you know what Vaman Dev is famous for? Bali Maharaj said, I'll give you a benediction, whatever you want. Lord Vaman Dev said, a person whose senses are uncontrolled, even if they have all the sense objects in the world, they can never be satisfied. So I am Brahmin, I don't need much. You just give me 3 steps of land measured by my own paces. Bali Maharaj agreed, yes, yes. So then Lord Vaman Dev, he was very tricky. With one step he took the lower part of the universe, with another step he took the top part of the universe, with 2 steps he'd taken the entire universe. So Lord Vaman Dev He's the first incarnation to introduce complete deception. Complete deception. So Krishna is like that. You are like, you have all the qualities of Narayan, we say. You have this quality of complete deception. But there's something more in here. Something more. And that is that, then Lord Vamadev said, oh, Bali, you promised me 3 steps. So where will I put my 3rd step? Bali Maharaj said, oh, I surrender to you. You can put your 3rd step on my head. And then he bowed down, and Lord Vamadev kept his lotus feet on his head. So that person who has all the qualities of Supreme Lord, that person who was Vamandev, to whom Bali Maharaj bowed down, and he kept his feet on his head. Now that Vamandev, Yasyam Karanjita Sirasthavamana Bange, Gostenda Suno Adikam Susumama Paiti, Lakshara Sachakada, Padio Adaste, Nyasto Mayatititaram Chabinapsatiha. That Vamandev, whom Bali Maharaj is bowing down to, now when Radhika is in man and very upset, he is doing the bowing down. Now he's falling at the feet of Radhika and crying, Smaraga Lakhandanam Mamasirasi Mandanam Dehi Pada Pala. Oh, I am burning from the poison fire of Cupid. Please save me. The only thing that can cool my heart is the touch of your petals of your lotus feet on my head. So this is called the sarcasm. Hey Baman, you are Baladev. I thought the Bali Maharaj was bowing at the feet of, but we see that you yourself are bowing at the feet and begging for mercy. And Krishna, who is so beautiful, he becomes more beautiful. Yasyam Karanjita Sirastavamana Bange. When the lac from the feet of Srimati Radhika is decorating Krishna's head. Nishinga Vamana Sri Madhusudan. Madhusudan means who is always tasting madhu, the honey of Radhika's brain. Brajandanandana Sham. But now the problem has come. When Radha Krishna met together in the Nikunjas, they forgot everything. That is called the Mohadya Bhavi Piyamadi Sarvam Vismaranam Sada. The symptom of Mahabhav is that just as a person, when they faint, they forget everything. So in the same way, when the 2 lovers meet, though they have not fainted, but they still forget everything. There's a complete erasure of the memory in the joy of meeting. This is it. So they had forgotten everything, but now the sun is coming. Then you have to remember, Brajandanandana Shah. You are the son of the king of Braja. You have to go home. Everyone will wake up soon. You'll have to take the cows out to graze. So then Krishna will have to leave. Brajandanandana Shah. Jaya Dasharati Rama. But gopis have a hope that though Krishna has to leave, but later in the day, then they'll have a chance to meet with him. Why? Because Jaya Dasharati Rama. Krishna is like Lord Ramachandra in some ways, and in other ways not. What is the quality of Lord Ramachandra? Marjada. Yes, he always keeps his word. So Krishna also, whatever word he gives, he will keep his word. Satyabratam satyaparam trisatyam satyasno nimnitam cha satyai. Krishna is Satyabrata. If he says something, he will do it. So Krishna told to the gopis, Yadha bala parajam siddha maena ramshatak shapa. Yadu disha pratamidam cheru aryachanam sati. O chaste ladies, when he stole their clothing, when they were bathing in Jamuna, afterwards he gave that clothing back and told them, I know why you did this vrata, Katyani vrata. I know the reason for which you did it. So now, Yatha bala prajam siddha, go back to Braja. Your brat is siddha, it is perfect. And because of this, I promise I will meet with you and I will fulfill all your desires when the Sharat Ritu comes, when the autumn season comes. And Krishna, he did. He met them in the Rasalila. So if Krishna makes a vow, then he'll keep his word. Tasman mat sharanam gostam mannatam mat parigraham gopaye swatma yogena soyamte brata ahita. When Krishna saw that the heavy rain of Indra was destroying everything and all Brijvasis were shivering, then he looked at them. He said, Tasman mat sharanam gostam. General meaning is, oh, these Brijvasis are in my shelter. In this village, I am their Nath. I am their Lord. But the actual meaning is Tasman mat sharanam gostam. These Brijvasis are my shelter. They are my Nath. They are my, that means they are my Pran. Mat parigram, they are my family members. So yamte brat aita. So I've made a vow, I must protect them. And then Krishna, Girdhari ki jai. So Krishna keeps his word. So when gopis are leaving Krishna in the morning, and Krishna promises we will meet today again, then though they are leaving, but they remember Jaya Dasharati Ram, he has such qualities that if, like Lord Ramachandra, if he will say, I will do something, he will do it. So only with this hope, this Ashabandha in their hearts, it's possible for Radhika to return to the Javat. And then Krishna will return to Nandagaon. Then, when Krishna returns to Nandagaon, he gets in bed and he's sleeping, and his mother will come and wake him up. Oh, Lala, why are you still sleeping? Yashoda Dulala Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Purandara. Now Krishna is Yashoda Dulala. Oh, Astakalila is coming. With very beautiful bars in this song of Srila Bhaktivinoda. Madhyashoda is waking him up, wiping his face with the damp cloth. But so many scratches on his body, those boys are so rough when they're wrestling with him. Yashoda Dula, Govinda Gopal, your friends are waiting for you, and the cows are all waiting for you. They will not eat anything without seeing you first. Govinda, because you are Govinda, you are Gopal. Vrindavana Purandar, you will have to go out and wander into the forest of Vrindavan. So in this way, Prata Lila comes and Purvan Lila, morning pastimes with Madhya Yashoda, and then taking the cows out to graze. And then the Madhyan Lila comes, midday pastimes. Gopi Priya Jana Radhika Ramana Purana Sundara Pada. And in the Madhyam, the midday pastimes, then Krishna meets with Braja Gopis and meets with Radhika. Gopi Priyajana, Radhika Ramana, Bhuvana Sundarbha. And they see him as the most beautiful form in the entire universe. It is as if all the beauty in the universe has been put in a pot and boiled down and become thick and thick, and then they take out the cream and make one form. This is Krishna. Lavanya Sara Masamurdva Mananya Siddha. The essence of all luster of lustrous beautiful things, or that is there in the complexion. The luster emanating from the face of Sri Krishna. Bhuvana Sundarabha. But then after the midday pastimes, then Sri Krishna will have to return to the village, and Radhika will also return to Yavat. At that time in the afternoon, Radhika feels so much separation. To pacify the separation, she cooks some sweets. And sends them with Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari to Nandagaon. Because at least if I cannot serve Krishna directly, I can prepare something and send to him. She has to serve Krishna at every moment. So in the afternoon, Radhika is in so much separation. Ravanantakara Makanataskara Gopijana Astahari. Ravanantakara. That is the name of Lord Ram. He attacked Lord Ravan. Why did he attack Ravan, the Lord of Lanka? Because Ravan has stolen his wife. So how amazing it is that in that Leela, Ravan stole away the life of Lord Ram. But now in this Leela, that very Lord Ram is stealing everyone's wife. This is the difference between Ram Leela and Krishna Leela. Yeah? Srila Vishwanath Thakur said, Dana Kali Kala Lukta Dharma Maryadayo Bhaje Radha Madhavayor Kama Lova Damba Madam Ritam. He said, if someone follows Dharma and Maryada, then they are worshipable. Everyone honors them. But if someone does the Ulangan, they transgress, they go against Dharma, they go against Maryada, the rules and regulations of society, then everyone despises that person. But Vishwanath Thakur said, in Radha Krishna's Leela, then Dana Kali Kala Lupta Dharma Maryada Yo Bhaje. In Radha Krishna's Leela, the Dharma and the Maryada is Lupta, completely lost, gone. Bhaje, and I worship that. I worship that Radha Madhav, who transgressed all Dharma and all Maryada. Radha Madhavayo Kama, they are very lusty, I worship their Kama. Lobhi, they are very greedy. Damba, they are very proud. Madana, they become intoxicated and they tell lies to each other. I worship all these pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So everything is opposite in Krishna's Leela. Ravanantakara, Makanataskara. Gopis are thinking, if Krishna has all qualities like Lord Ram, then when Sita Devi was kept imprisoned in the Ashok Vatika of Ravan, what did he do? He came there and he rescued her. So why does not Krishna come? Now I am in prison of my mother-in-law. Sasaral is one prison. I am trapped. Why does Krishna not come here and save me? If he has qualities like Lord Ram. Then Krishna in their heart will say, no, I cannot do that. How can I go into someone else's house and steal? So then gopis say, Makanataskara. Look, Krishna, since your childhood, you're always going into everyone else's house and stealing. What's the problem? You've been practicing your whole life. So you just come to my mother-in-law's house and steal me. Lord Ram came and saved Sita. Then Krishna, but Sita was his wife. Then gopis say, yes, you can steal us also. Why? Gopi Charana Vastrahari. Do you know what Vastrahari Leela is? Vastrahari Leela is Radha Krishna and Gopis unofficial Parakiya wedding ceremony. Not according to the rules of Dharma, but according to the rules of Prem. Because when gopis were submerged up to their neck in the water so that Krishna could not see them, he could see something because the water was quite clear, but he could not see clearly everything. Krishna said, you accused me of stealing your clothes. Your clothes were already in this tree when I arrived. Why are you accusing me of stealing your clothes? I came here, I saw all your clothes up the tree. I just came here to get them and return them to you. I'm trying to do you a favor and you're criticizing me? Just see, no good deed goes unpunished. You say I'm stealing your clothes. I think you're stealing my clothes because I can see very clearly through the walls how you are dressed in my golden pitambar. So gopis are trying to hide, and Krishna is teasing them. Because love is, in Vrindavan it is important, you cannot say, I love you. You have to tease. And when the teasing is there, then the other person feels so much joy. If you be respectful, then they think, does not love me at all. So disrespect becomes respect, and respect becomes disrespect. It's Stotam yatta tatastatam prakatayat chittasiddhate gatam nindapi pramadam prayachati parihasa swayam vibrati. In Braja, when one person insults the other one, then he feels so happy. Oh, he's joking with me. But if he also speak very kindly and politely, what's wrong today? Did I make some offense? And they feel pain. Why did you become so tatasta, so neutral? This is a prema rahasya. In this world, the people cannot understand. So Krishna is teasing them. But then he told them, you should come out from the water. So they thought, they made a plan. Okay, there are some younger girls, like 3 years old. They're very small, they have not become Kishori yet. We put one little girl at the front. And then 2 older girls who stand behind, so she's covering her. And then we'll put another little girl on the side, and then 3 older girls stand behind, and then 4, and then 5. And we put the little girls all along the edges of and come out of the water in a V-shaped formation, with the little girls on the edges. And in this way, we can all come out of the water, and Krishna will not see anything. So very cleverly, Braj Gopis, they came out from the water, like this. Krishna said, okay, now everyone stand in a line. Why? Because in Shastra it is said that no woman can be naked in the presence of any man except for husband. So don't think Krishna is lusty, gopis are lusty. Lust is in this world, not in that world. That world is a Vishuddha, completely pure. This was only Krishna saying to gopis, will you marry me? And gopis, they stood in a line, I do. So if Krishna will say, oh Ram, he came and he fought with Ravan and he took his wife, but you are not my wives. How can I come to your house? Gopis say, Gopi Jana Vastaha. Yes, yes. We are not your wives according to Dharma, but according to Prem. You have given us your heart and we have given our hearts to you. So gopis are feeling very sad in their homes in the afternoon and praying, oh, when will we see Krishna again? But what is Krishna doing at that time? Brajera rakala kopa vrindapala chita hari vamsidari. Brajera rakala. He is protecting the cows, Gopa Vrindapala, and playing with the cowherd boys. And from far away, he's playing on the flute. And Braj Gopis, they can hear Sri Krishna. Then, as the afternoon is passing, then Sri Krishna is returning. Sri Krishna is returning to the village. But on the way, Madhya Yashoda, he's a bit late. When Sri Krishna is late, then Madhya Yashoda is very worried and tells the Sakhi of Radhika, oh, where is my son? So then Radhika has so many Sakhis of different heights. So then the tallest one will go to the watchtower in Nandagaon and climb to the top of the watchtower because the tallest gopi on the tallest watchtower can see further, the furthest. So she goes to the top and she looks out to the forest and she sees what's going on there and then comes down the stairs again and then comes to Mother Yashoda to give a report. That's Sakhi. She says to Mother Yashoda, Gopa Bandachara Neshu Vidado Venu Vadya Urudari Jashiksha Tavasuta Sati Yathadar Bimbe Datu Venu Anayat Swarajati Shavana Shastadupa Darya Sureisa Shakra Sarva Paramesti Puruga Kavaya Anata Kandara Chita Kashmalam Jayo Anischita Tattaha. Oh Sati, oh chaste Yashoda, Tava Suta Sati Yatagara Bimbe, your son He knows all the arts of coward boys. Gopa Pranatarnesha Vidagdo is Vidagda. He's very expert in all of the arts of coward boys, like controlling the cows with the stick, tying their legs with rope, milking them, and especially Venu Vidya Urudani Jashiksha. He's especially expert at playing on the flute. And how does he play on the flute? Uruda, in many different ragas. So many beautiful ragas. Where did he learn all of these ragas? Uruda Nija Shiksha. He's self-taught. He's self-taught in all these ragas. Actually, gopis are saying that, but we cannot accept this. We think that Radhikara Prema Guru Amesisyanat Amanachasnananitena Udbhat. The prema of Radhika is Krishna's Guru. So because he feels the love of Radhika in his heart, then his feelings are coming out in the form of so many ragas. Hit Pande Dampati Chata Brinda Bona Chatasa Surit Saki Sabasukaliye Vidya Vishada Vihar. There's one university. That university is called Vrindavan. And there are two students also in that university, Radha and Krishna. And who is the professor? Prem. Love is the professor. And both Radhika and Krishna, they're learning so many new things, not from anyone, only from the flow of Prem in their hearts. So Sri Krishna is playing on the flute. That's like he's telling Madhya Yashoda. So many beautiful ragas that he has taught himself. And when he puts his flute upon his lips and produces the Swara Jati, Sarigama Patani Sa, pure Jati, pure Swara Jati. Then at that time, Shakrasava Paramesti Puroga, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Indra, and all the demigods, they have gathered in the sky. And they are expert at music, you know. Shiva is Natabara. Lord Brahma is always having concerts in the Brahmalok with the Gandharvas. Indra is also very expert in music. And when they listen to the ragas Krishna is playing, they, you know, if someone is not expert in music, they cannot understand. But if someone is expert in music, when they hear another musician playing, then they start analyzing all the theory. What is the tal? What is the Varjit Swara, the forbidden notes and everything? So they analyze and then they realize we cannot understand what rag this is. Kandara Chitta, and they bow down their heads in, oh, we are ashamed. We are like beginning students. We don't know anything about music. And the devatas come down and they start to offer arti to Krishna as he's returning to the village. So that Sakita. So, exactly. So then that Sakhi is telling Madhisha, don't be worried that your son is late. He's just been delayed a little because the devatas, they're offering arti to him because they're so amazed with his musical performance. So, Yogindra Bandhana, all the great masters of mystic yoga like Brahma and Shiva, they're offering prayers, Yogindra Bandhana, Sri Nanda Nandana, to this son of Nanda Maharaj. Brajajana Bayahari. Everyone was afraid in Braj. Why is Krishna late? Why is he late? But now he's coming back and removing all their fears. So at that time, then Navina Nirada Rupa Manohara Mohana Bangsi Bihari. Navina Nirad means that Krishna is like, has the complexion like a fresh rain cloud, because separation is like being burnt by the blazing sun during the middle of summer, where everything is dry and everyone is suffering. And when the summer season is about to end, then what happens? Navina Nirad, the fresh blue rain clouds appear in the sky, and only seeing everyone, they feel such relief. So in the same way, all Brajbasis, they were burning in separation in the Gosht, in the village, and now Krishna is returning, and it's such a relief to see him. And when they see his form, Rupa Manohara, how his form Manohara steals their hearts. No one can describe it, but we'll try. You see, when Sri Krishna is returning in the evening, the sun is about to set, and so it's filling the sky with its red rays. all the gopis who are very eager to see Sri Krishna decorate themselves in beautiful jewelry of many different colored jewels. And they climb onto the balconies and the roofs and the watchtowers all over Nandagaon. And so as all the gopis are on all the roofs and balconies and watchtowers, and the sun is setting and sending its last red rays, it touches the colored jewelry of the gopis and fills the sky with rainbows above Nandagaon. It's so beautiful. And all the elderly ladies in the house, they're lighting their deeps, and you can see these windows. They're lattice windows. So in Nandagaon, there are 88,000 lattice windows, and simultaneously all the ladies, they light their deeps. And so the whole of Nandagaon begins to be illuminated. It is just like Krishna, when Krishna plays his flute and calls his cows, then all the cows, thousands of cows, they all look up like this, and their eyes are shining. So Nandagaon is like a big herd of thousands of cows who all open their eyes and look at Krishna, in the form of the light shining from the lattice windows of Nandagaon. And the flags on the top of Nandagaon, they're blowing in the breeze like this, as if the whole town of Nandagaon is having the Sanchari Bhavs. So many Sanchari Bhavs and manifest so many emotions and manifested in Anubhavs in the form of their flapping flags. This is the beauty of Nandagaon as Sri Krishna is returning. And as Sri Krishna is coming into the village, and the gopis who are waiting to see him, how long are they waiting for? Oh, at least an hour and a half. But Yugayitam Nimeshina Chakshusha Pradashaitam Sunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virena. It may have been an hour and a half, but one fraction of a second seems like a yuga, thousands of years. And now finally Sri Krishna's Navina Nirda Rupa Manohara is coming. And when they see that, then they become stunned. Sravaso Kuvalayam Akshno Anjanam Uraso Mahendra Manidham Vrindavana Ramaninam Mandanam Akilam Hare Jayati. You know, Kavi Karnapur, he was a little boy. Mahaprabhu said, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. He didn't say anything. Mahaprabhu, what's going on? I was in Jarikanda forest. I made lions and tigers, elephants and snakes and deer chant the holy name. But Shivananda saying, I cannot make your son chant. So Damodar Goswami said, Oh Mahaprabhu, it seems to me that when he heard the name Krishna from your lips, he took it as a Diksha mantra that you are initiating. So he's meditating on it and not speaking it out loud. Then next time when Mahaprabhu saw that boy, he said, oh, chant the name. He did not chant. He said this verse. And everyone was shocked. How can a little boy compose such beautiful poetry? Sravaso Kuvalayam Akshto Anjanam. Sravaso Kuvalayam means gopis wear on their ears a beautiful decoration of a blue lotus flower. Their eyes are decorated with dark black anjan, kajal. And their chests are decorated with blue sapphire necklace. But see Krishna himself. Krishna is Akhila Mandanam, all the ornaments of gopis. Krishna is the blue lotus on their ear. Krishna is the black anjan on their eyes and the sapphires on their chest. That means that when Rupa Manohara Krishna returns to the village and they see him, they become so in avesh, in Krishna's sham complexion, in his beauty, that Krishnamai Yahan Deke Antara Bitari, who sees Krishna everywhere, inside and out. The whole world becomes Krishnamai. And they think, oh, Krishna is my ear decoration, Krishna is my anjan, Krishna is my necklace, and they become stunned at that moment. Only everywhere, sham, 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 sham. Who can describe the nectar of Sri Krishna's return to Nandagaon in the evening? Then Sri Krishna, he will take his evening meal. Yashodanandana Kamsani Sudana Nikunjala Vilasi. Mother Yashoda comes out to greet him. All the other ladies are offering arti. Mother Yashoda comes also to offer arti. And she embraces Krishna and she does abhishek of Krishna with the tears from her eyes and the milk from her breast. Yashodananda. Mother Yashoda is so kind, so soft and so compassionate. So the qualities of the mother, they appear in the son. So Krishna is like that also. Because he's Yashodananda, therefore Krishna is very kind and very merciful. That means that in the night time, though gopis are feeling separation, Nikunja Rasa Vilasi, because he's Yashodananda and very kind, he will come and meet them in the Nikunjas. Yashodanandana Kamsa Nisudana. Kamsa Nisudana means who killed Kamsa. This shows Vira Rasa, Vira, hero, courage. He has, though he's very, very soft and very gentle, he also has the capacity to be extremely dangerous and violent. So these two things, they're very attractive to a woman. Actually, this is why usually, if there's no arranged marriage and woman selects her own husband, she makes a bad choice. Because she'll select, she's be attracted psychologically to one dangerous man. This is what happens in modern society. So the Vira Rasa is a nourishing to Madhurya Rasa. So this is very intense. Yashodanandana Kamsa Nisudana. On the one hand, Krishna is very, very soft, but at the same time he is very strong. Nikunja Rasa Vilasi. And when everyone in Braj then goes to sleep, but Braj gopis wake up, Krishna wakes up, and they run back to the forest of Vrindavan. Nikunja Rasa Vilasi. And there Rasa Lila is going on. Very beautiful. Kadamba Kanana Rasa Parayana. Krishna is absorbed in the Rasa Lila where? In Kadamba Kanana. Do you know what a kadamba tree looks like? Do you know? What does it look like? It is the fair complexion on the trunk and then very big and green. Kelly kadamba is smaller, but they have flowers. And these flowers, they're not like flowers with the central part and then the petals coming out. The flowers are round, like tennis balls. Yellow, golden, and completely round. Very beautiful. Look like a Christmas tree, decorated. So in the forest of Kadamba trees, very beautiful. Radha Krishna are meeting there for their Nikunja Vilas. Srila Rupa Goswami describes, when Radha Krishna are together in the Nikunja, then what happens? The Kadamba flowers, they have inside a very fine white pollen. And this white pollen is falling from the flowers like snow. And then it sticks to the very thick, beautiful eyelashes of Radha and Krishna. And then they cannot see each other. Now a question may come, well, if why would Radha Krishna go into a kunj where so much white pollen is falling down? And the answer is no, they didn't. When they went into the kunj, it was perfectly fine. But when Radha Krishna meets, then what happens? Ruddha Bhav, Adi Ruddha Bhav comes. This level of prema is such that the prema of Radha Krishna spreads out in waves. Aspandanam gatimatam pulakastarunam. And the tree's hair stand on end. That means they sprout new buds and they begin to tremble. So because the loving pastimes of Radha Krishna in the Nikunj, the prema is so high, then all the trees are trembling. And when the Kadamba trees tremble, then it shakes the pollen out from the Kadamba flowers and it begins to fall like snow in the Nikunj. And then when that snow of pollen sticks to the thick eyelashes of Radha Krishna, but they cannot see each other anymore. And then what happens? Pray by Chitya. Yasyanka Ranjis. Yes. Ankasti tepi daite kimapi pralapam. Ha mohaneti maduram vidadate kasmat. Shamano raga madavivala mohanangi. Shamamani jayati kapini kunja simni. Radharani is trying to look, but she cannot see Krishna anymore. And she's crying, Ha Mohan, where are you, where are you? And though they are together, but they experience separation. Krishna is crying. Krishna is crying. Hare, Hare. That means Hara. Radha's name is Hara. Invoked becomes Hare. Like Radha becomes Radhe, Hara becomes Hare. So Krishna is crying, Hare, Hare. Radhika, where are you? And Radhika is crying, Krishna, Krishna. She's the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna means Radha and Krishna meet together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But then when they meet and they have prayed by Chitya, they are together but they cannot see each other. Then Krishna, Krishna, Radharani calls, Krishna, Krishna, where are you? And Krishna calls, Hare, Hare. All these pastimes are in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Kadamba Kanana Rasa Parayana. Brinda Vipina Vilasi. Krishna is enjoying his pastimes in the forest of Vrindavan. And when the joy comes to the highest point, Ananda Vardhana Premadi Ketana Phula Sayo Jakakama Gopanga Nagana Chintani Nodana Samasta Guna Gandadana. Ananda Vardhana means the Ananda. Krishna increases the Ananda. Prema Niketana. Fulasa Joja Kakam. After their loving pastimes, Radhika is so tired, she cannot even lift one finger. And seeing the joy of Radhika, see Krishna is overjoyed. But Fulasa Joja Kakam, he is glancing, with the glance he is full of calm. That means Krishna still has energy. So then at that time, Radhika is thinking, if Krishna still has energy, when he leaves me, then he may go and meet with Chandravali. So, there's a superior option. And what is that? Now Surid Bhav. Surid Bhav means the love, not the love for Krishna that gopis have, but Surid Bhav means the love for each other that the gopis have. So now Radhika's Surid Bhav is overflowing. How? Radhika loves Lalita, Vishaka, Chitya, Tampaklata, Tunga, Vidya. She cannot repay them. They were the ones who brought her in the night to meet with Krishna and arranged everything. So Radhika, feeling greatly indebted to her Sakhis, feeling so much love for her Sakhis, and seeing that Krishna, he still has some energy. Then Ananda Vardhana, Prema Niketana, Phula Joja Kakam. Krishna's eyes are glancing with prema. Then at that time, Gopanga Nagana Chitta Vinodana. Radhika arranges, oh Krishna, you go and meet with Lalita. Go and meet with Vishaka. This is Gopanga Nagana. That means all the gopis, Chitta Vinodana. Now Krishna will meet with them. Yadyapi Sakira Krishna Sangam Nahiman Tatapi Radhika Yatna Karna Sangam. Even though the Sakhis, they don't want to meet with Krishna directly themselves, but Radharani herself, she arranges for that meeting. Nana Chale Krishna Pari Sangama Karai Atma Krishna Sangha Hoite Koti Sukapai. And when Radharani arranges for her Sakhis to play with Krishna, then she experiences 10 million times more happiness than when she was meeting with Krishna. So, Ananda Vardhana, Prema Niketana, Phula Saryoja Kakam, Gopanga Nagana, Chitta Vinodana, Samasta Guna Ganadham. After Rasa Leela, after Radha Krishna's Leela, then Krishna and Sakhi's Leela. And after that Leela, then what happens? Tabiyuta Sramam Apovitam Anga Sangha Gristasvaraja Sukucha Kunkuma Ranjitaya Gandhava Palibe Anudrata Abhitastva Santoga Jiva Ibaradi Babinna Setu. Shukadeva Goswami Pad in Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, at the end of the Rasalila, then in order to remove the Shranta, that is the fatigue, and refresh all the Braja Gopis, then just as the king of elephants, along with his mates, enters into the river to play, so Sri Krishna, his garland crushed by the embraces of the gopis and smeared with kumkum and followed by a swarm of bumblebees who are singing his glories, just as the Gandharvas sing the glories of the Supreme Lord, breaking the banks of, just as the elephant breaks the bank of the river. You know, the bank of the Yamuna is like high sandbank, and when an elephant comes, then it collapses as he's entering the water. So Sri Krishna, breaking all the Maryada, all the banks of Maryada, along with all the gopis, he enters into the water of Jamuna for Jal Bihar, Jalakeli, playing in the waters of Jamuna. And everyone becomes refreshed after the Rasalila. So, Jamuna Jivana Keli Padayana Manasa Chana Chakora Namasudhara Saga Krishna Yasha See, Krishna is Jamuna Jivan. Now with all Braj Gopis, he enters into the water of Jamuna for the completion of the Rasalila. Keli Paraya, there he is absorbed in Jal Keli, splashing with the Gopis, sometimes swimming under the water and catching their legs, sometimes picking up Radhika and taking deep water and letting her go. And then she's screaming, help me, help me. Sometimes Braj Gopis are hiding among the golden lotus flowers because their faces are also like golden lotus flowers. So this is a Keli, Jala Keli Parayana, Sri Krishna. Manasa Chandra Chakora. Oh, how Krishna is like the Chandra. He's Krishna Chandra. What is the meaning of Krishna Chandra? We ran out of time. So we'll explain that in the next program. But one thing you should take from this. Nama Sudhara Sagayo Krishna Yasha. The names of Krishna are full of rasa. Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. They are fully conscious. Krishna Nam is Krishna. It is Krishna Roop, Gun, Parikar. All Brajmandal, everything is in Krishna Nam. So on my dear mind, Rakho Vachana Manamor, always mark my words, never fail to taste the rasa of Krishna Nam. Sri Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai. Saptam Goswami Sachidananda Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai. Bhuvana Mangokari Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Sri Brajamandala Ki Jai. Bale Vrindavan Lal Ki Jai. Varsaniwal Ki Jai. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Meru Radha Raman Giridhari Giridhari Shyam Manuari. O Meru Radha Raman Giridhari Giridhari Shyam Manuari. O Meru Radha Raman Giridhari Giridhari Manuari. O Meru Radha Raman Giridhari Giridhari Shyam Manuari. Meru Radha Raman Giridhari Giridhari Shyam Manuari. श्री श्री राधावन उपहार की जय लीला कृष्ण ओम विश्वारेश्वर स्मरण विजय भक्तिदात नारायण गोस्वामीराज की जय लीला कृष्ण ओम विश्वारेश्वर स्मरण भक्त स्वर्ग गोपाल की जय लीला कृष्ण ओम विश्वारेश्वर स्मरण भक्तगान कृष्ण गोस्वामीराज की जय जय श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सर्व ठाकुर जगद्गुरु श्री प्रभात की जय जय सत्पार्षद की जय महाभक्त वाश गोक्षुर स्वामीराज की जय सप्तम गोस्वामी सचन ठाकुर भक्तिनोद की जय श्री रूपानंद गौर गुरुवार की जय जय श्री रूप सनातन भद्र गुणाश श्री गोपाल भद्र सोम सत्गोस्वामी गो की जय जय घोष कृष्ण चैतन्य पवनतानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री भजमंड कृतमंद गौरवन की जय भुवन मंगल श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय अंतराक्षर पार्थन की जय श्री राधा गोविंद गोविंद मदन मोहन जी की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समग्र भक्तवृंद की जय श्री कृष्ण चंद्र प्रभु की जय वदेश्वर श्री कृष्णानंदी स्मृत रानी की जय जय गौर प्रेमानंदे वृंदे तुलसी केशव सचा कृष्ण भक्ति परिवेश सत्सदे नमो पंचकल्पतरुस्य वासुदेवस्य पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो